I'd like to welcome you all to our first virtual groundbreaking event. We are in the middle of a pandemic, COVID-19, and it's really been daunting. But this pandemic, more than anything, has really reminded us of why this work matters. Every day in this county, we've been scrambling to find places for people who are homeless to live, because sheltering in place is how you prevent yourself from getting this disease. And we have far too many people who do not have shelter. And so we are grateful today to be here to break ground on housing that will provide permanent, affordable homes, many of which have been set aside for people who are homeless and some of which are set aside for veterans. We think that in this time, building more housing more quickly is really critical. Today's event is going to be a little bit of a mashup. We're going to have some people here with us on the site, hoisting shovels, and we're going to have some people with us on video who have found time in their very busy schedules to join us by Zoom. And so we're grateful to all of them and to our team, Daniela, and our communications team, Matt, for working so hard today to create an event that you can all enjoy in the comfort of your home, safely, socially distanced, wearing or not wearing your mask, with your gloves on, maybe with a cocktail, whatever works for you. But we hope that you enjoy our first attempt at a virtual groundbreaking. And we hope that our next event is a live grand opening. So thank you very much all for coming. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm thrilled to welcome you all to the Parrott Street groundbreaking in San Leandro. Eden got its start 52 years ago, and our second project was here in San Leandro, the Eden Lodge development. It was a project that was done by our board of directors, all as volunteers. And today we carry on the tradition of a stalwart group of volunteers who serve as our board of directors. And so I'm really thrilled today that Callum, who's one of our newest board directors, is here to welcome all of you on behalf of the Eden board. Thank you.
Hello, I want to welcome everyone to this very momentous event. It's a pleasure to be here during these times today. We're in the middle of many crises right now. We have a pandemic going on, we have civil unrest going on, and I don't want people to forget that we're also still in the middle of a housing crisis, which could be made worse even by the economic conditions caused by the pandemic. So it's really nice for me to be here today, to be able to do something that actually makes us feel good about something that we have to look forward to. So I'm excited to thank all the people that have helped us get to this point and really help us share in this event. But I really am looking forward to the time where we can come back and do the ribbon cutting, and maybe we can do this all together, where we can touch one another, we can hug one another, and we can be happy to celebrate that there's more affordable housing that'll be available to the community. But I would be remiss if I didn't start off by thanking the mayor of San Leandro and also the city council for making this project a priority. And in particular, they made transit-oriented development a priority such that they could expedite the approval process, which we all know sometimes can take a long time to get these projects off the ground. I also want to remind everyone that Eden has been partnering with San Leandro since 1978. In fact, the second project that we ever did, the Eden Lodge Senior Center, was something that was a momentous event, and we've done 4 other projects since then. And we really appreciate the partnership that we've had with the City of San Leandro. I also want to thank the funders. It takes a lot of work and finance to get these projects off the ground. I want to thank the state of California, and I also want to thank B of A, who is one of our financiers in this project. Eden also has a San Leandro Advisory Committee, and its goal is to offer community-based oversight of the work that we do. And I want to thank the commitment of Hank Dietrich, the current chair, and Sheila Young, the former chair and former mayor. And I want to also thank the entire committee for their work to help us get us where we are today. I would be remiss if I also didn't thank the County of Alameda. And in particular, I want to thank Supervisor Wilma Chan. Without her leadership, we wouldn't have gotten ballot A1 measure put on the ballot, which was instrumental in helping us get this project moved forward. And most of all, I really look forward to inviting everyone to come back so that we can all share another moment and enjoy the ceremony of the ribbon cutting and welcome our new residents into the property. Thank you and have a great day.
As Sean mentioned, at Eden, we've been blessed with a long-standing partnership with the City of San Leandro, our first project being done in 1978. They were an enormous partner with us today and not only donated money to this project, they invested more than $1 million. They helped us secure our Measure A1 funds. And we are thrilled that we are able to have Councilmember Deborah Cox speak today on behalf of the City of San Leandro.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Cox, and I'm your San Leandro City Council member for District 1. And I'm honored to help usher in the groundbreaking for this very important project. Housing is a fundamental human need. Today, we are celebrating a project that demonstrates our city's commitment to helping address the ongoing affordable housing crisis in the Bay Area, and one that disproportionately affects our Black and Brown citizens. The 62 units of 100% affordable housing right across the street from our downtown BART station aligns with our city's long-term vision and adopted planning goals. I'm also proud that the City of San Leandro stepped up to contribute $1 million to help make this project happen. So along with the support of many of the other partners you're hearing from today, it's also very exciting to see the project will provide critically needed affordable rental units for both our disabled and our veterans. In these challenging times of the global pandemic, the start of construction represents a beacon of hope and opportunity for the City of San Leandro. Future tenants will benefit from this sustainable project because they're just steps away from major public transportation and also from our downtown. We're fortunate to again be partnering with Eden Housing Incorporated, which has actually developed and operates 6 different affordable housing complexes here in the City of San Leandro. They're the most prominent nonprofit developers in San Leandro, and they have a track record of managing their properties to the highest level of standards. So, with that, I would also like to share on behalf of the entire City Council how excited we are to see this project move ahead, and we look forward to many years of a continued partnership.
We are thrilled today to be here to celebrate the groundbreaking for Parrott Street Apartments in San Leandro, and we are so pleased today to have Assemblymember Rob Bonta with us. He has been a real champion for affordable housing for all of the work that we do throughout the state of California. In recent years, the state passed and put on the ballot an initiative to create $6 billion worth of funding for affordable housing, and Assemblymember Bonta was a significant leader in that effort, and we at Eden are truly grateful for his support that has come to us through the many years that he has been working as an elected official. I just want to acknowledge that this project has funding from the State Veterans Housing Program, which will allow us to serve 25 vets in the project, and also from the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program that's allocated by the state and supports this project significantly. We are really grateful in this virtual environment that Assemblymember Bonta could actually be with us in person, and so with that, I'd like to invite him to say a few words.
I'm Rob Bonta in the California State Assembly, proudly representing Oakland, Alameda, and San Leandro, also the Assistant Majority Leader for the California State Assembly, and super excited to be here. Thank you to Linda for the very kind introduction. This is a moment that policymakers and lawmakers like myself get really excited about because it's actually turning some of the work that we've been participants in and had the privilege and opportunity to help on, to see it turned into reality and see the tangible outcomes and see the plans come to fruition. This is what we've always hoped for, that affordable housing would be created in dense urban areas, that it would be transit-oriented development, and that it would provide an opportunity for Californians who see affordability getting further and further out of reach to be able to have a roof over their head. We know that right now we are in a state of emergency, a state of crisis when it comes to housing affordability. We do not have the affordable California that we want and that we deserve, and so that means we need all hands on deck and all tools in the toolbox to assist. I'm really excited that this project has all the different layers of government working together as represented by the funding sources. We have a state bond that's been drawn upon. We have a county affordable housing bond that's been drawn on. We have city funds that are participating in the overall revenue, and we have both state and federal tax credits for a project that will be 100% affordable. So when you're a policymaker and you're working on putting bonds on the ballot, or you're working on putting incentives to create more affordable housing, and then you see it actually trickle down into reality, it's very exciting. And we're here, maybe you heard the BART go by earlier, but we're right here by a transit hub, and that's what these projects are supposed to be. They're supposed to be dense, they're supposed to be vertical, they're supposed to be near transit, so that folks don't have to get into their cars and emit more greenhouse gases and can get right onto public transit. So I'm really pleased, I'm really excited to be part of this effort. Again, this is multiple levels of government working together. I want to give shout outs to some of the partners that have made this project a reality, including the Mayor Pauline Cutter of San Leandro, San Leandro Councilmember Deborah Cox, Alameda County Supervisor Wilma Chan, and United States Congressmember Barbara Lee, among others. And a huge shout out to Eden for their tremendous work, not just here, but all over California, helping create what we all know that we need and that we're all going to continue to fight for, and that's a more affordable California. Thank you.
I always like to remind people that the federal government has a substantial role in the work that Eden Housing does to build and renovate affordable housing. The single most important program that we work with from the federal government is the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program. We are blessed here in Alameda County to have the leadership of Congresswoman Lee, who also happens to be my personal congresswoman. She has really been a tremendous leader on housing, whether that's supporting Section 8 vouchers or the expansion of the home and CDBG programs, or cheering for the tax credit program to be expanded and to deliver more housing and more funding for all of California. And we in her district have really put that funding to work. She's a real champion for all of the things that all of us really stand for. And in a time like this, when COVID is so pressing and so many people have been living on the street and we've been scrambling around to find places for people to live, Congresswoman Lee has really stepped up. She is a sponsor of the HEROES Act, which will bring many more resources to make sure that all Californians get homes, stay housed, and continue to live in a decent, safe, affordable home. And so we're really grateful to her for her longstanding leadership in this county and for all of us here in California.
Hi, I'm Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and I am so proud to represent California's beautiful 13th Congressional District. Yes, it's the wokest district in the nation. I am unable to join you in person or live today, but I wanted to send you a warm welcome and congratulations on a beautiful virtual groundbreaking ceremony. Eden Housing is an incredible leader in fighting for affordable housing and against inequities in Alameda County. Your organization, along with all of today's housing justice warriors, works so hard to be the catalyst for change, and I want to thank you all for everything that you do every day for Alameda County families. I am so honored to welcome the groundbreaking of Parrott Street Apartments, which will provide 62 new homes to low-income families in San Leandro. The East Bay and the Greater Bay Area is in an affordable housing crisis. And although we have a lot of work to do moving forward, I am so proud that we are taking 62 steps forward. Housing is a basic human right. We must make the necessary investments to ensure that all people, especially the most vulnerable, have access to safe and affordable homes. I will continue to fight for you in our nation's capital to increase access to affordable housing and to support great housing initiatives and projects like Eden Housing. Together, we can realize the vision of social and economic justice for all in Alameda County. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this great celebration, and congratulations to everyone who have fought to make this a reality.
I wish I was as talented as Congresswoman Lee is, because I just watched her video and she was really spectacular. All of our work at Eden Housing is done through public-private partnerships. We are blessed today to be working with Bank of America. When I came to Eden in 1996, I did my first project with Bank of America. We've been partners with the bank for decades, and today we're blessed that they have chosen to invest $28 million in our tax credits and also be our long-term lender. We are grateful for their partnership, and we are grateful that Heidi from the bank is here to talk about the work that the bank has done with Eden and that the bank does in community development nationally.
Hello everyone, I'm Heidi Racherla, Senior Vice President for Community Engagement with Bank of America, and I'm honored to join our local, state, and national elected officials as well as other leaders in celebrating Eden Housing's Parrott Street Apartments groundbreaking. Kudos to Linda and her entire team, because these 62 units of affordable housing are truly an inspiration and represent the opportunity to transform lives for the families and veterans who will one day call them home. Bank of America is a proud financial partner, and in 2019 invested over $4.8 billion in affordable housing projects across the country, including almost half here in the Bay Area. On behalf of over 4,000 Bank of America teammates, congratulations again, and we look forward to celebrating Parrott Street Apartments as it continues to unfold. Thank you so much.
It takes a lot of people to make affordable housing successful, and in this work there are many unsung heroes, and one of those is Tom Liao, the staff person from the City of San Leandro. Tom has been our champion for so many years, I think he's lost count, but we are really grateful that he has worked with us very closely, and he and his team have done an amazing job of working through our approvals, making sure our money got funded, making sure our planning approvals got done, and we really are grateful for his leadership. And he always invites us when it's time to do a new project to come talk about what we need, how fast we need it, and how he can help us. And so it is with great pleasure that I introduce the video from Tom, who couldn't be with us live today, but he is here on recording. Thank you.
Well, it's exciting to realize this major milestone for the Parrott Street Apartments, this groundbreaking. Very excited to be here, although this is a very different world to have a virtual groundbreaking. This is a very needed affordable housing project that epitomizes the ideal transit-oriented development project. It's right next to BART, and it also provides a tremendous community benefit. I want to actually thank our staff at different levels in planning, building, engineering, and in particular housing. I'd like to thank my staff in housing. Mary Ann Sargent, our senior housing specialist, has really helped to carry the tail end of this project to completion with Eden Housing, and Kimberly Anderson as well. But I also want to thank Eden for, again, being an amazing partner and an amazing member of the San Leandro community. They own many and operate many projects here in our city. They do a tremendous job. We are excited to have them here again with the Parrott Street Apartments, and we look forward to this being a success. Thank you.
She's been a real leader in the region for affordable housing. She's been a leader here in San Leandro. Was able to make some time for us on video and say a few words. We really appreciate her time, her effort, and her continued commitment.
Hi, I'm Supervisor Wilma Chan, and it's been my pleasure to represent San Leandro for many years on the Board of Supervisors. I want to congratulate the City of San Leandro, BBI Construction, Eden Housing, Operation Dignity, and the Veterans Affairs on the groundbreaking for the Parrott project. We are really proud of this project. It's transit-oriented, it's green, and half of the housing will go to either homeless or homeless veterans, which is a huge need in the county right now. We also understand that there will be services and referrals for the residents. We're really happy to have been able to provide $5.4 million from Measure A1 bonds that were passed in 2016 to help with this project. We know these days it's very hard to put together the money for low-income housing in particular, and we were very happy that we were able to do that. So I look forward to the construction, full construction of this project, the opening of the project, and meeting those lucky residents who are able to live here in this wonderful location.
It's really easy to stand here and say thank you for the hard work of so many other people. Eden is blessed to have had a team that worked on this project tirelessly. I'd like to give first a shout out to our general contractor, BBI Construction. It was their idea to build on this site. They owned the land and they worked with Eden to acquire the property. So to Mo Wright and Will Rogan, we really appreciate you thinking of Eden in this partnership, and we look forward to your continued work on the site. And to all of their team who got to take the day off because we're all standing here today, we really appreciate them taking a break while we could welcome all of you to break ground. To our construction manager, Pete Mignani, who's been with us for I think as long as I have been here, to our attorney, Evan Gross at Gubbin Barchet, and to our lenders and investors, we're grateful. To all of the staff at the city, the planning department, the building department, all of the folks in the special districts who inspect and make this possible, we're really grateful. And last but certainly not least, to our architect who's designed a really lovely place that people will be able to call home very soon. So Lowney Architecture, thank you very much for the work that you've done. To Mark Donahue and Katrina Wong, we really appreciate your efforts. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank the Eden staff. Eden Housing is blessed with the best staff in the country. We're a leader in affordable housing, and in no small part because of the hard work that our staff team does. So to Andy Madera and Andrea Osgood and Kate Blessing-Kawamura and Anna Lamb on our development team, thank you very much. It's a lot of hard work and there's a whole lot of paper. To the admin team, Ceci and Crystal, and to the accounting team who pay all the bills, for which there are many, we really appreciate the effort because it really does take a whole Eden Village to make this possible. And when we open up next year, you'll get to meet our property operations team and our resident services team, because that's what makes this a home. It's not just how the project looks on the first day we open it, it's how it looks on the first day of the 50th year that we own it. And that work is really done by our property operations teams and our resident services teams. And for that, we really do have a lot of gratitude, because that work is the long-term work, because Eden really believes that we must make good on our promise to have permanently high-quality affordable housing, because we believe that home is where your start is, and that home makes a huge difference for the people who live here and the people who live near us and for all of our communities. And so I'm grateful to all of you for helping us make room for more people to live here in San Leandro and here in California in a way that they can afford and live gracefully for as long as they'd like to. So thank you very much, and we can't wait to meet you all again next year, hopefully in person when we come back to cut the ribbon and do the best part of this job, which is to say hello to all of our new residents and all of our new neighbors, because that's really the work. The work is really creating home, and so we're grateful that you have all joined us for today, either live or virtually, and we look forward to seeing you again in 18 months, hopefully everyone in person, hopefully in a way that we can really celebrate. So thank you all again.